What's up everybody? Another episode of Gains Masters. Today we're going to look at how to properly do the lat pull down, because you may think, alright, here we go. So let's sit down. First things first is this thing here. Basically you want it set so that it locks your feet in a flat position on the floor. I don't have an external mic, so you might want to come close. So for me, third or fourth hole from the top works. I just want to lock my knees down so that my feet are flat on the floor. Do this for lats. So hand placement. What's the best hand placement to get the most activation in the lats? People think it's wide. Just because the bar is wide, you gotta hold it wide. That's not true. The reason the bar is wide, go for a long wingspan. Okay, so basketball players, people with a long wingspan, doesn't necessarily mean the wider you hold it, the more lat activation you get. It's just for people with long arms. So for me, I have long arms, but not long enough to hold them out here. Someone's got to have real long arms to hold it out here. People doing this down here at the elbow, it's wider than 90 degrees. That can cause you to get golfer's elbow. It's called medial epicondylitis. It's inflammation at the inside of your elbow. Just because the bar is wide doesn't mean you hold it wide. Hold it to accommodate your arm's length. You pull straight down at the bottom of the rep, your arm should be perpendicular to the floor. If you hold it too wide, your arm will be out here. That's point number 2. So for me, I'm holding it about right here, because when I pull down, my arm is going to be perpendicular to the floor. You want to keep the shoulder blades depressed and work from here. Now, third thing is, how far back do you lean? You don't want to go straight down. That's not right. It's bad for your shoulders. It's bad for something called the labrum. It binds the joint of the shoulder to create that suction of the shoulder, keep the ball in the socket. So if you're pulling straight down, you're creating a lot of stress on the front bottom part of the labrum. So you don't want to pull straight down, but at the same time, you don't want to lean back too far. Otherwise, it's not a lat pull down, it's an inverted row, and you're working out rhomboids. So there's a sweet spot between vertical and leaning back too much. I call it a gangster lean. So here's how it looks. Here's the gangster lean. So shoulders depressed. I'm working from here. Lean back just a tiny little bit. Here's a good cue. I lean back just enough that if I'm looking straight ahead of me, I'd be looking at this pulley right here. I'm not extending my neck to look at it. My neck is neutral, but I lean back enough so that my eyesight is looking at the pulley there. Neck, eyes looking at the pulley, and I'm pulling my elbows towards my body. Initiate the elbow, movement at the elbow. Squeeze, and back down. Now the fourth or fifth point, I forget which point this is, 4 or 5, is where do you bring it down to? Now some people bring them down all the way to the bottom of the rib cage. Unless you're doing calisthenics and you're practicing for a lever, don't do that, because it's bad for your labrum. But people who do calisthenics, they know what they're doing. If you're just doing bodybuilding and you want a nice, strong, wide back, depress the shoulders and pull to the middle of the sternum, middle of the rib cage, and up. If you pull to the top of the rib cage, it creates stress to the labrum again, so you want to pull middle of the rib cage. Like that. If this video helped you and is going to improve your lat pull down, give it a like, give it a share. I'm almost at 200 subscribers. If you guys like and share, it really motivates me to create more videos. I love you guys. Gains Master Attack out.